8888 Ask Leo. That's the number. Let's get back to the phones. Our next call from San Diego. Richard's on the line. Hi, Richard. Leo Laporte. The
Hi, how are you, Leo?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for taking my call. So, I know you get these questions all the time, but I don't know if you've had this hybrid of a question in regards to cams and webcams. And I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. I'm a manufacturer. And a lot of times people don't believe things are still manufactured in the U.S. I want to put set up webcams for my own security purposes. So when I'm not here, I'm watching my guys work and everything's going good. But I also want people to be able to dial into my website.
I love that idea so that they know it's being made in the U.S.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Thank you.
I like. In fact, was it my imagination? Maybe it was just my fantasy, but I seem to remember there was a computer manufacturer that you could go online and watch your computer being made, and they would put a sign on it, say, we're making this computer for Richard. And you can actually watch it go down the assembly line.
Yeah, I am an old geek, and I vaguely remember that.
Does that sound familiar? Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was Alienware or Falcon Northwest or somebody. So I'll tell you what we use. It's a product called Dropcam.
Hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah, I really like this a lot. Dropcam, we use it, in fact, if you go to twit.tv, you can see our Dropcams, twit.tv/ what is it, cams, Dropcams? I can never remember. Dropcams, plural. So the Dropcam, the Dropcam is a Wi-Fi camera. Yeah, dropcam.com. The Dropcam is a Wi-Fi camera. And so the only wire you need is to plug it into the wall. They have HD versions. It streams automatically. The Dropcam website will pick up the Dropcam and store it if you want, which is handy if you don't want to monitor it 24/7, but you want to go back in time. You can do that, and it's really we have 6 of them spread around the studio, and the idea is people can go to our website, and if you want to see what they look like, twit.tv/dropcams, and you can see what's going on. So just like your factory floor, and you can watch it, but also your customers can watch it.
So is there ability for, say, a user to switch between?
So what we do is we have 6 cameras and we have an array. Just go to twit.tv. This is my podcast company /dropcams, plural, and you'll see 6 of them. They don't play all at once. You click the one you want to see, so you could choose. So we have the old school Dropcam, which is the original one, and then we've upgraded to the HD Dropcams. So you can see our reception area. We actually use it in the reception area because we don't have a receptionist full time. So we have a Dropcam showing the front door, and when we don't have a receptionist at the desk, we'll have somebody in the back keeping an eye on the front desk.
And forgive me, maybe I missed this. Is there a DVR aspect to it?
There is. It's their service, though. You pay a subscription fee if you want to use it, and they record it on their website. So you don't even have to have a DVR. You can go back in time on your drop, but you pay for it if you want it. And you can say, I want to keep a week or more if you want.
I see.
I love Dropcam. We've had great results with it.
So it's user-friendly, not very, I guess there's not a lot of stuff for me to set up.
You have to be able to hook up the Dropcam to a computer and set it up, put the settings, the Wi-Fi settings. Do you have Wi-Fi in the factory?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so you put in the Wi-Fi settings. The only thing I would caution you is the HD Dropcams use quite a bit of bandwidth, as you might imagine. Yeah. They're sending an HD signal, and if you have your...
Well, I have a 75
Oh, you're good.
megabits up and down.
Not you're good. You got plenty.
75. I got a data center connection coming in here.
Well, that's what do you make, Richard?
I'm an inflatable manufacturer, the inventor of the inflatable...
The inflatable what?
Inflatable movie screens. Have you ever
seen yeah. We have inflatable movie screens all the time. We have a little place down here that does movies in the park, and they...
So I'm one of the inventors, I guess, and we manufacture bounce houses. I mean, anything you can think of. I can make you an inflatable Leo.
Can you make me like an inflatable rat like they have downtown New York City?
Absolutely, inflatable.
I want an inflatable Leo.
Anything.
Hang on the line. Leo Laporte, the tech guy. An inflatable Leo?
Yeah.
How would you make that? Do you have to take a picture?
We do custom inflatables, so like product replicas.
I think that's awesome. What is the website?
I'm sorry. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
What's the website?
Inflatablesuperstore.com. That's our online catalog, and where I want to display webcams. And then our company name is Superior Inflatables.
I think people would love to watch the inflatables being made.
Yeah, that's nobody believes. China's really overtaken us on prices and product and everything, and we do charge an American price to build this stuff.
But I think that's great, and I wish Apple would do that too. They should say that if you want to get your American-made iPod, we'll charge an extra $15, but you'll know it's made in the USA. I think that's great.
Yeah, and that's basically the objective here, because nobody believes. They think in the back of their mind, oh, these guys are still importing from China.
Right. Even though we're paying.
And I'm gonna pay extra for it.
I think it's a great idea. Now, I see the Geico Gecko. So this would be There's a hamster.
That's like a.
Oh, a giant Harley.
Like a Shamu.
Now, how much typically would an inflatable brand like that cost typically?
It's quite expensive.
$10,000, $5,000.
Yeah. You're looking between usually $7,000 to $15,000. Because what we do is we establish a pattern, a unique pattern for that customer.
Sure. If I were going to get an inflatable me, would I have to come in?
No, we just need some pictures and stuff.
You've done people before?
Yeah, this is the concept. The first one we build, so like usually like for Carl's Jr.'s or the Geico Gecko, the first one we build is always the most expensive.
Right.
And then after that, I have a cookie cutter process.
Yeah.
That we just stamp it out at usually a third of the price.
So if I got a $15,000 Leo, I could offer them to people for $5,000 each.
Essentially, yeah. And you can put them on top of, your affiliates and radio stations.
I'm going to go talk to Premier Radio Networks. I don't think Dr. Laura or Rush Limbaugh ever did this, but this might be a first. An inflatable Leo.
Yeah. Our most popular thing, though, is the inflatable screen. I invented the utility patented inventor of the inflatable screen, display screen.
I've seen
inventor of the floating movie screen. If you've ever seen one in a pool.
No, what a good idea.
Or out in the ocean, and it's great for gamers. Gamers love it.
Sure.
Geeks love it. Do drive-in backyard movies and play video games, and it's a lot of fun. The screens is my personal passion because that's something I enjoy.
And you invented it.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, I thank you so much. I'll give you a little plug on the air for inflatablesuperstore.com.
Hey,
and I see you have a YouTube on there, which is, that at least gives some people something to look at.
Yeah, but still, I'm looking for something.
I like the idea of live. Drop cam would be perfect for you.
Yeah, I want them to be able to look at see table 1, table 2, and they can see, these guys working and see that we're not Asian, or I guess I have Asian employees, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's made in the U.S.
Yeah.
Hey, very nice.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Richard. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I don't think I could talk Lisa into $15,000 for an inflatable Leo. But I wouldn't mind, like a twit slide, water slide or something people could jump down. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, my gosh.
We've had picnics before.
Yeah, do we call it the Twitnik?
A Twitnik.
The Twit Company
No, we should call it a
summer
Twitnik.
picnic. Somebody said we should do the bug, which would be easier to do.
We had a bounce house when we did the picnic last year.
For adults?
No, we'd let kids do it, but we could do, that'd be kind of fun. Kind of fun.
We talked about the how you have to be for a ride, right?
Yeah. How small do you have to be in the bouncy house?
Is there a weight limit for the bouncy house?
I think there is.
And am I over it?
I like the idea, but I don't think we can really afford it.
Well, someone suggested Kickstarter.
Dr. Mom says if I send her to goldendoor.com. The Golden Door Spa, I mean, that Lisa will allow me to do anything. Dr. Mom just came back from the Golden Door. I'm going to think about it. Our show today brought to you by our phone system. Literally, quite literally. But the phone system we use for the office is Ring Central. And I want to tell you a little bit about Ring Central because it's a great place to go. If you are a business, you're setting up an office, I would say Ring Central is a very, very good choice. Eliminate the PBX, eliminate the complexity, and get so many features you can't get from a PBX in the basement. It's a cloud-based phone system, all-inclusive, as little as $20 per user per month, and that includes long distance, anywhere in the U.S. and Canada. Check the pricing, and you can see all the features. It includes lots of other great stuff. You get unlimited internet fax. So faxes come to your mailbox. You can also send faxes. I do it all the time. You get an auto receptionist dial by name directory. We use that. Very simple to set up your call queues. Now they've got business SMS, which is very cool. You can send text and receive text messages from your smartphone with the Ring Central app. It looks like it's coming from the business number, our 800 number, even though you're using your smartphone. I got to get you set up with that, Heather. I saw you making a phone call with your smartphone. You shouldn't be paying for that. We'll pay for that. You just put the download the Ring Central app on your iPhone, and I'll set you up. We'll get you your account on there. Ring Central is an amazing system. So simple, too. When we get a new employee, we just plug in a phone, and it's good to go. No startup cost, no PBX hardware to install or maintain. Customize your call handling 100%. Get your voicemails in your email, your faxes in your email, or on your smartphone. If you use Salesforce, we don't use Salesforce. We might have to start using it just because of this. You can do your CRM from within a call. You can take notes, keep track of this. It's all built in. I think you're going to like it. I want you to try Ring Central right now. 30-day risk-free trial and a special offer just for our listeners. When you buy one desk phone, you'll get a second phone free up to 20 phones. 800-543-9980. 800-543-9980 or visit ringcentral.com and use the promo code TWIT. ringcentral.com. You're going to love it. Yeah, we should, anytime you're going to use your cell phone, just put the Ring Central app on there, and I'll give you a login for it.
Okay. We actually used it for Adele.
Use Ring Central for Adele?
Yeah, to grab calls, that occurred while we were not on the air, which is 20.
Oh, people leave messages and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then so it's right there on your desktop. I'd just chop it up, say who it was, label it, and we could run it.
Oh, so that's how you did the pre-recorded calls.
Yeah.
What a good idea. We should do that.
Yeah, Trevor had us doing, I don't know, one or two.
That's a great idea.
It's so pre-screened and clean, and I mean, your callers are really great, but we got some of those people who are like, well,
my bunions was really hurting me.
Well, they would think that everything that ever happened in their life had something to do with what led up to this issue that they're having today.
We have the equivalent of that.
No,
we have the equivalent of that, and you'll hear them every once in a while. Yeah, I got a Gateway 740. It's running an i5 370 with 4 gigs of RAM. I got a 128 gigabyte SSD plus a 4 terabyte hard drive. We've got, and then it's like, and then he says, and my printer won't work.
Right, and then they end up with something, and you're like, well.
Here's your problem right there. You get your 3770. That was a terrible year.
I didn't know Cliff Clavin had problems.
If Cliff calls, just don't put him on. I like this. I'm trying to place it. It sounds like yes or something. What is it?
I want to say ELO.
ELO?
Correct.
That was a huge one.
Oh, Heather, she remembers.
Man, listen to how epic this is.
This is epic. They don't make music like this anymore. They make inflatable music nowadays.
From China. Filled with lead.
This was a good song.
Oh, their records. And that's back when people made records.
That's back when the bands played music.
Yeah. Yeah, like the first song on the second side. Or
Heather,
whatever.
you and I are sounding like old-timers.
No, like Scotty said yesterday, vinyl very hip.
Yeah, very hip. With it, man. So I talked a little more to Richard about his company, which is Inflatables Superstore. Inflatablessuperstore.com. And he said for $15,000 we could make an inflatable Leo. And then somebody in the chat room said, what about, forget inflatable, how about a granite Leo? It wouldn't be. It'd be more. It wouldn't be probably more expensive, and it would last longer. We wouldn't have to keep inflating it like my ego.
Good one.
Yeah, you knew that was coming.
We'll have a statue of you in the Petaluma Town Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bobblehead. That's probably all I can all really hope for. Bobblehead is enough. Anyway, Richard does have a video on YouTube of his factory and people making the inflatables. But I think I like the idea of putting a drop cam in. That's a good idea. 8888 Ask Leo. That's the number to talk to Heather and get on the show. Let's get this show on the road. Diane in Burbank, California, our next caller. Hi, Diane. Leo Laporte, the tech guy.